I know the feeling. I know what it's like to get hearing. And if you're deaf and the hearing aid doesn't work, there's nothing really you can do about it.
President Clinton has contributed a lot to the relations between the U.S. and Colombia. I'm honored that he's coming by to work with us.
Are you doing well?
I'm great.
Good.
Bill and Tanny Austin say that I ruined their lives.
Right this way.
When I met them, he was giving away 50,000 hearing aids a year. So I said, you know, I bet you could do more than this. So he promised to do 100,000 a year, which means that over a 10-year period, more than 1 million people will have their hearing restored. It's an amazing thing. If you go back to when he first started his business, even then, he was giving away a lot of hearing aids to people who couldn't afford to buy one. And then he realized he'd never be able to do as much as he wanted to do unless he got other people involved too. And that's when he got all these celebrities who go out and attract crowds and make people not ashamed to admit they couldn't hear, not ashamed to ask for this help.
Stephen, come on in here.
Please meet Julie.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Julie's 18, but she's never heard before.
And she was born this way?
Yes.
18? Okay. To be 18 years old and never have heard a sound or your mother's voice, you never know if we're going to be able to help them. You know, we have a pretty good success rate, but there always is that slim chance that, you know, we're not able to restore back their hearing with these hearing aids.
No?
I know the feeling. I know what it's like to get hearing. And if you're deaf and the hearing aid doesn't work, there's nothing really you can do about it.
No escucha. Great.
All right.
She's got it. That's good.
When I was watching Yuli with her mother, I was seeing my son over her shoulder. So I was thinking, what if that was my son sitting there and I was in her place? And it was enough to make me break down.
En esos momentos tan grande la felicidad que yo siento que no sé ni cómo explicar.
Just think about all these people who are going to be able to get work because they can get education and training now.
Absolutely.
Bill's capacity to keep growing what started out as just his natural good heart, turn it into a huge humanitarian venture, and the world's a better place for him.
My name is Niusha. I work with a lot of refugees. In Colombia, families are forced to leave their homes because of land occupation by different armed groups, because of massacres, or their children are being recruited by the armed forces. They come here to Casuca, and it is one of the most dangerous slums in Bogota.
Hey, Niusha. Brought some help with us. Niusha invited us to Kazuka to help pitch in and help support their community.
We've been wanting to do a community center for the last 3 years. And we're actually building the walls with plastic bottles. It's much cheaper. It costs 1/3 of what a brick structure would cost. It's a great way to conserve the environment.
Is this the first project using bottles you've been
In this
involved
community, yes. We're trying to reinforce social fabric because it's very weak in this area, because there's a lot of displaced people who come and they're from different regions. They leave everything behind because armed groups and gangs, they tell them, you have half an hour to leave your home.
Yeah.
Otherwise we kill you. So they just have to pack the little that they have and they're just...
It's not a real community like we know it. It doesn't have a mayor and a council and a fire department or a police department. It doesn't have any of those things. They're just living here as a collection of people from these various places around Colombia.
We're hoping that with a community center, we can have the community come together to provide a space for children to receive all kinds of educational workshops and support.
The right way to put the bottles is here at the top, inside, okay?
All right. When you think of building a structure, building a building, you think of bricks or you think of mortar, but they don't have these resources here, so you have to use what you can find. I am a bottle laying machine here.
We have a lot of work to do.
We do have a lot of work to do.
Steve, we're supposed to receive more bottles today, but the car broke down, so we were left without the bottles. So
You need a truck, don't you?
yes,
And we can take one of ours
that'd be
and
great.
go get them. All right.
¿Dónde vamos a buscar?
Atravesarla, sí, señor. Es al otro lado, sobre.
Aquí. Aquí, por favor, para.
Right there. I see bottles in there.
We have arrived at our destination.
Wow.
Standing there looking at this mountain of bottles, I'm wondering how we're gonna get it done before the sun starts to go down.
The reality is we need a very specific type of bottle. I got 2.
At this pace, we might be here all night.
And we've been here quite a long time. Over the course of 3 hours, we were able to get the bottles that we needed to bring back to the community and help restart the bill. We've got bottles.
Yay! So let's get to it.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right.
Yes.
The Starkey Hearing Foundation has learned so much from this whole displaced community, and it's kind of sad because this is our last day here, but we're going to have a big celebration to celebrate the good energy and the good friends we've made. I just wanted to say that our time spent here with you has been one of the best times of our lives. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Now we're going to see a real road of capoeira from Cazuca, Colombia!
The most inspirational thing for me is to see the people that are trying to say, hey, I owe it to the future to try to make a difference. The world depends on them.